if you're feeling stuck in your coaching business, you're not alone. Okay. We all have a point where we just feel a little stuck or we need support. In this video, I want to show you how EFT tapping can unlock your next level, because likely you're doing all the things, you're very busy in your business, but your business still is not growing. I want to invite you to consider, what if the real problem is not your strategy, but it's actually your subconscious? And that's what we're going to talk about in this video. Just keep tapping. You got this. All right. Hey there. I'm Jason Winters. I'm an EFT energy alignment coach. I'm also a business strategist, and I help heart-centered coaches and entrepreneurs like you to grow, scale, and successfully create a business that you love without losing alignment, without losing authenticity. You get to keep who you are and do things your way. And today I'm going to show you why it is that your business feels stuck and why EFT tapping might be the key to finally moving forward. So first of all, why are you feeling stuck, or why are you stuck? And we're just going to start with kind of the hard truth. If you're not getting the results that you want in your business, it's probably not because you're lazy or unmotivated, because we typically do this from a place in our heart that we are motivated to serve. We want to help other people. We love people. We like people, whatever it is. It's because part of you does not feel safe. There's not the security that you need in order to succeed that's oftentimes holding you back. And when there's just a part of you, it doesn't have to be all of you, but if there's just a part of you that does not feel safe succeeding, then you will continue to pull back. You will continue to withdraw when it comes to moving forward in your business. When you try to grow and when you step into your visibility, or charge higher prices, or maybe it's setting or enforcing boundaries that you set, your nervous system literally begins to freak out. It's like, what in the world is going on? And this is because business triggers old emotional wounds. So there are many things in life, but business is one of them, that when you do it, relationship building, it could be, they're big things that happen in life that really open up those emotional wounds. And building a business is one of the things that really triggers that for us, most of us anyway. And so rejection wounds can be open. The not enough wounds can open. There are childhood wounds. And it's not just strategy that you're battling. It's the subconscious sabotage. And this is because you're pulling back to keep yourself safe. So you want to move forward, but there's a part of you that's afraid. And so you retreat. And that fear, or afraid of being judged, afraid of being too much for people, what are people going to say, afraid of not being good enough. And until you address those specific blocks, it doesn't matter how much strategy that you put on, it just won't stick. Okay. So the reason that EFT tapping works is it is a technique that helps you to reprogram the subconscious. So EFT, or emotional freedom technique, does exactly that. You're reprogramming the subconscious by calming the fight, flight, freeze, fawn response. And you're doing this in real time. So sometimes people will focus on, all right, let me just do the mindset work. Let me do the energy work. But they forget that you actually are building a business, and you need to do this in tandem alongside, because as those triggers happen or things come up for you, you're going to want to work through the mindset or the energy part of that while you're building the business, not separate from it. So while you're building your business, you're literally sending signals to your body that say it's safe to be seen. While you're building your business, you're sending the signals saying it's safe to be successful. It's safe to build my business. It's safe to do this on my terms. And when your nervous system feel safe and you feel that security, then it's no reason to sabotage anymore because you have that felt sense of safety as you're building your business. So you don't need to stop it for any reason. You don't need to procrastinate. You don't need to put it off for any reason. You don't need to undercharge. You stop undercharging or hiding behind someone else's blueprint. You get to show up as yourself, who you are, the way that you want to do things. And you start showing up with confidence. You have the clarity around what it is that you want to do. And it's just super powerful. Now, EFT, I call it tapping as well. This is not just another mindset hack. This is a body-based technique that creates lasting shifts in how you think, how you feel, how you take action. This rewires the very patterns that have kept you stuck without having to go through years of therapy. And there's nothing wrong with therapy, but this quickly helps you to make the shifts because as you're building your business, you're doing this work alongside. Okay. Now, I want to go through this portion just to talk about where you might be blocked. And some are very clear on these blocks, and other people don't really see them so clearly. So some of the common places that I notice people to be blocked, I'm going to give you a few. One is visibility fear. So you want to grow, but the moment you go to post about your business or launch your business or tell others about your business, you freeze or you go blank. Or people ask you about how you serve or what you do, and you have a really hard time explaining or expressing that. The second one is money blocks. So you desire abundance, but deep down you feel guilty for charging more, or you feel that it's hard to receive more. You have this, what I call earning energy. So you're used to earning money for the time that you put into a job or so forth. But when it comes to receiving more, just receiving and allowing that flow, there can be blocks there. All right. A third one is overgiving. So you say yes to people when you really mean no. And then that leads to burnout, or you start to resent yourself, or you resent the other person because you're giving more than what you actually have. And so that causes there's a conflict there, and that may be over giving or over delivering, some people say, but it's not really a healthy thing for us as the coach or the entrepreneur. And then the fourth one is imposter syndrome. So you help your clients, they get great results, but deep down inside, you still doubt your own value. And this is on a daily basis or when you're working with clients. And this can cause a hindrance to actually helping them to heal or get the results that you want. So if any of those sound familiar, this is where EFT can really come in and help, because these aren't mindset problems. These are nervous system issues, and they can be cleared. And until you clear the energy behind them, they're just going to keep looping again and again and again. And the reason I love this tool so much is because what's possible when you clear this is just amazing. And I've worked with coaches who went from stuck and scattered to fully booked, having dream clients, not because they changed everything in their business and had some new amazing strategy, but because they shifted the energy behind it. Okay. And so their intention shifted. They became the version of themselves who sets boundaries with love, right? They charge their worth so that they can show up and present the way that they want to, right? Not how someone else tells them. They attract aligned clients without chasing them, right? They come to them, and they're building this business that fits like a glove. And so when you clear the internal resistance, you're able to do this. You're able to have a business that finally starts to flow, and you're going to see and notice that. Your strategy becomes simple because it's coming from you. So you don't have to think so much about the strategy. It just kind of comes for you. You show up very clear. You're very confident. You're grounded. You feel good about it. You know, there may be some nerves or there may be some fear there, but it's not holding you back, right? So you're not just growing in your business. You're literally thriving because you're putting everything that you want into this business. So if this spoke to you and you're ready to learn how to use EFT tapping to finally get unstuck and build this business that feels like home for you, that just feels really good in your heart, then I want to invite you to join my free Skool community. Inside the community, I teach you how to use EFT tapping step by step to release the subconscious blocks and build this business that's rooted in clarity, confidence, and alignment. And you'll get training, you'll get support. There are other heart-centered coaches and entrepreneurs in the community. They get it, right? We get it, and we're there to support you through this journey. The link is below, so come on in and join us. You don't have to do this alone anymore. And just remember this: you are not broken. Your business is not broken. You may be blocked in some area, and those blocks can be cleared. So that's not even an issue. Just keep tapping. You got this.